We go live now. Yo! Hello, it is me, Danjamin Tanjamin No Skill, and today I'm joined by Mr. Moderator himself, Mr. Luca, and we're going to be ranking every single F1 2024 driver and all of the F1 2024 liveries. Hello, Luca.
Good evening.
Yeah, so Luca is here to offer his insight and opinion as well on what's going to be going on today on all of these drivers. And chat, don't worry, you're involved too. We're going to be getting your opinions in the chat as well on where to rank each driver. So, without further ado, I'll open the screen up. Hello, how's it going, everybody? Good to see you here. Come on in, get started, enjoy. So we've got all the different drivers here. As you can see, SABCDE terrorist. You know, terrorist being obviously one of the best ranks in the world. We've got that one reserved for a special someone. Don't you worry. But Luca, I'll be interested to see your opinions and of course chats as well. So yeah, anything you'd like to add?
Not really, but Captain Footsie, you're a smelly man.
Captain Foxy is a... Oh, now he calls me. Now he calls me.
Now he
calls. Now he's... Okay, we've got one latecomer to the stream. Hold on a minute.
Mr. Wow.
Oh, Mr. Already, it's 2 minutes into the stream and now you decide to join.
Mr. Wow, Mr. 305, Mr. I'm not...
Right, Captain Foxy is also here helping us rank the drivers today. So, Captain... How you doing? We've got a bunch of people in chat to say hello to. How's it going?
Chat isn't loading. Oh, hello.
Hello. This is Luca from BMR, yeah. So, Luca and Captain from BMR.
Up. I love the song.
Thanks, Captain. Okay, so without further ado, we'll get into the stream. We'll get into what we're going to be waffling about today. We've got Logan Sargent here. We'll just pop him in the middle to start with.
Hell no.
Hell no? What do you mean, hell no?
S rank, bro.
S rank for Logan?
Mate, think about it. How did his F1 career start? He has literally, the moment he got his super license, he just jumped into F1. Williams saw opportunity in him.
Let's be honest,
so they
going
just
straight into
immediately
terrorist.
took him.
I mean, Logan Sargent can't go in terrorist rank because he's American, and America don't associate with terrorists. But he's not S tier, that's for certain.
Okay. Yeah.
So, right, okay, Logan Sargent, chat, feel free to just whack your numbers in. Welcome everyone. Jordan, I see, Casper, Chesburger, how's it going? Good to see you all in the chat. Thank you for joining us. But yes, Logan Sargent, I mean, I would kind of go for an E, honestly. Like, I would be down for that because he's binned it.
Let me see the crash count exactly. How much damage has Logan Sargent done? 4.3 million F rank.
Didn't he win the Destructors Championship?
Yeah. By
enough,
a big margin.
2023 Destructors Championship. So how much did he win it by? Logan Sargent. 0.3. Oh wow, by like nearly 1 million he won it to Sainz. Sainz was second? I don't remember Sainz crashing that much. What did Sainz do?
Does that include like people like engine?
I suppose, but I don't remember Sainz having that many DNFs. Perez, I understand. I thought Perez would be second.
Crash.
Where did Sainz crash in 23? I know Abu Dhabi he did.
Yes,
Yeah, last round. But that was like free practice or something.
Let's see.
But yeah. I mean, that, to be fair, that's an argument for him being a terrorist. Everyone's saying D in the chat. I see a lot of Ds. Some people say make A, B, D. D or... Should we go D or E then? It's between those two.
Let's go.
Let me start a poll.
Las Vegas,
you
Sainz
can't.
crashed.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Yeah, Las Vegas. Okay. True. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, it would have been Las Vegas because he had the whole bottom of the car ripped out. Okay, yeah, understandable. But yeah, okay, fine. Go on, we'll go. I'll lean on the side of chat. We'll go D.
Bad. Let's go D.
We'll go D. Okay, next up we got K-Mag. I'm just putting in the middle to start with so we know who's up.
Can you get pole?
This
No, it was
season?
last year. No,
That
it
was last year. I mean, we can. So yeah, that's one thing that goes in his favor, I suppose. Is that he has had a pole position. He's had podium, right? I think.
2014.
Yeah, 20. It wasn't his first
Yeah,
race.
yeah.
He got a podium or something stupid like that.
As far
First
as it
season,
was
I thought.
first season.
First
and all
season.
that,
Yeah,
right?
I think so. We can go on the results page.
I mean, K-Mac also had good success in 2018.
Yeah,
In
2018 he was
2016
good.
Also, when Haas joined, K-Mac was popping a little.
I mean, the thing with
It
this
wasn't
season.
Renault. Yeah, it wasn't Renault. Hold on.
Hang
Yeah,
on.
but the thing is, this was 10 years ago we're talking. He's a bit washed. He's a bit past
nowadays,
his prime.
K-Mag
Yeah.
losing to a Nico Hulkenberg full season back in F1. That's a
Yeah.
little disappointing. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of D's here, but I'm thinking putting K-Mag on the same level as Logan. He's better.
is
He's
D.
better than that. He's achieved
That
more in
is
his
D.
That
career.
is D, mate.
Well, then that means Logan's got to go down. I'm sorry.
If we're going based off last season,
but we
they're the
gotta
same.
give the leeway to Sargent. It's his first season.
Okay, fair enough. But I'm saying you can't put a man with a podium and a pole position in the same league as a guy who won the Destructors Championship and crashed like every round. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
See, this was my point about Logan being in E. He just crashed too much, even for a rookie. Like, even if Nick DeFries stayed till the end, I feel Logan
To be
Sargent
honest, I would
been...
keep Logan and D and put K-Mac on C. I mean, K-Mac is like a mid driver. If you think of K-Mac, you don't think he's shit, but you also think he's not
if we're doing
good.
this, in my opinion, we're doing this in relation to the rest of the drivers to come. And in relation to like most of the F1 grid, he's not a C-tier driver. At least not based on last year's performance, which
Definitely not.
has to weight it quite a lot.
But then there are also other seasons like 2022 where he kind of popped, and also in
Did he?
18. Yeah.
Yeah,
but
sort of. Who was he
It
ahead
wasn't
of?
pole just because of the rain, or a red flag or
Not
something.
yet. No, but he beat Verstappen, who also was on dries.
True.
You know
And
what?
Smack
You know what?
died.
We're gonna put it like, okay, fine. K-Mac gets a C, Logan gets a D. All right. Agreed, chat. I saw a lot of D's in the
Wait,
chat.
hold on.
I see a couple
There's a
C's.
no for terrorist here for K-Mac. I think
No.
you can understand that.
No, that's just a channel member. Oh wait, there has been a
Is it
dono
though?
now. Okay, I don't know. That's
Yeah.
Jordan, thank you for the $2.
JXRD4NNVR super
Terrorist
chatted
for
$2.
K-Mag?
Terrorist tier
What, just because
K-Mac
the
was-
suck my balls
Hold on, but
incident?
K-Mac was but K-Mac was pretty destructive back then, if you think about it. Yeah, the suck my balls incident, but also in
would say
Renault, he was also pretty like the most memorable crash in Spa where he completely lost it up a Rouge.
Right, just for the dono, he goes in terrorist.
Oh, fair enough.
Hey, pay me money to sway my opinions. Okay, next up is my favorite driver, Captain.
Oh no!
Guan Yu Zhou. I love Joe.
Terrorists.
Yeah, Joe is a... Alright, okay, look, chat, this requires a story. But if any of you ever played F1 22, you will know that Zhou Guan Yu's AI, he is the dirtiest, most scummiest driver ever. He will aim for your right rear tire and bing you in the wall without a doubt every time. This man is a terrorist.
I mean, there's a channel member video where literally we got it on video.
We did. Which
Twice.
video was that?
It was the 2022 experience.
Yeah.
The 22 experience, F1 22 experience, where in Bahrain turn 1, you've been taken out by Joe.
That's true. I see some arguments here for K-Mag D and Sergeant E, but my opinion got swayed by $2, guys. This is what it is. No, I think Zhou E. He's just so he's so anonymous.
Yeah, exactly.
Look, did he
but
not
tell me so-
do better than Bottas this season?
No, Bottas still beat him this season. That's the point.
yeah.
Like,
I mean,
he's
tell
just
me
not done anything.
Yeah, say something about Joe this season, like something that you remember from Joe this season. There's literally nothing that happens.
Yeah, what did Bottas do? I don't remember
old
anything
Joe.
from
What did
Bottas.
Bottas do?
Yeah.
I mean, but
Experienced winner and still
Well,
doing
yeah,
the
fair enough.
same-
If you go about
Yeah, but
all
you
the
have to look at
seasons-
Alfa Romeo in general. They just sucked.
Yeah, it's not that
But
Bottas.
Bottas just maximized that car more than
I
Zhou
mean,
ever
Bottas got more often into Q3 now, even with the stinky Alpha.
Yeah, Bottas was Bottas is qualifying, same as back in Mercedes. It was good. Right, we got Danny Rick next.
Joe.
I
The
know
good
Danny
old
Rick.
Joe.
Oh, it's such a tough
Oh.
one because he was
Oh.
good. He was good.
He
Was.
got a win in
Was.
22.
21.
No, 22.
He
No,
ain't gonna win in
21.
22.
Oh, 21, yeah, 21, my
21.
bad. In 22, he
21.
retired. Oh, stupid. But, fair, but like, Ricardo had like banger seasons in 2014 and 15. 2018, where he got the...
Yeah, well, okay. No, first of all, let's talk about 2014, which beating
His first
Sebastian
win.
Vettel on points, it's not exactly
Yeah.
an easy thing to do. So for that does bump him up because like equal machinery, Sebastian Vettel he comes in from Toro Rosso, destroys him, and then Sebastian leaves Red Bull. So that's props. Plus, he actually, if you look at it, he's been the last driver in like the recent past that's actually been able to bring somewhat of a fight to Verstappen in an equal car.
Really C tier. I think I would even go B tier.
No, this
Yeah,
is just
if we
where
ask
we
us-
this is where we put him to before we judge him.
I'd go B tier. Just think about like, if you ask a random F1 fan
everyone.
now, if you randomly go up to an F1 fan and ask where would you rank Ricardo? I mean, not a Ricardo fan, but an F1 fan. They're going on B tier. And that's just because of he got a lot of wins. He understood his cars very well, even if the car sometimes was shitty, like the McLaren. He sometimes got the best out of it. I mean, I wouldn't go A or S tier because he also completely botched it often. But when he got it, he
Bro is
got
actually
the
being a
best out of
professional
it.
yapper right now. I'm sorry, I can't even. I've lost complete concentration.
God, I
You're
was
just going off
talking
on
for
one
2
there.
minutes.
It's
2
not that deep.
minutes.
It's not that deep.
Go B tier.
Okay, right. Yeah, I do see the argument for Peter. I agree. I'm
say
just gonna
B,
read a
right?
couple
How
of
do you mean
chat
yapper
messages.
then?
We got Iram, how you doing? It's been a long time.
I mean,
Good to see you.
think about the stream. Like,
Oh, he's
if,
going
if, you
again.
go, if you don't yap, the stream is over in 10 minutes.
I know. I'm just joking. Just
God
you've
damn.
got like a massive tirade. If we do that for every driver, we're gonna. It's gonna be 10 o'clock at night by the time we're done. Luca, your opinion. I'll tell mine after you've done both of yours.
Start yapping.
Start yapping.
I,
Speaking Japanese.
I'd say A or B. I mean, he's clearly one of the best drivers on the grid, but he's lost it a little bit the last few seasons. And
That it?
We had one comment here. Danny, I feel, has more in him, but he just hasn't had the chance since McLaren basically killed his confidence, which I kind of agree with, because even for like the thing with the McLaren like saga, he wasn't that bad. He was just inconsistent. Like there was still remnants in there of like a good Danny Rick drive. He just wasn't pulling it off like he was consistently before that. So I think there's potential for a B or even an A, like a lot of chat saying, but I'm gonna put B, to be honest. I think I agree with the captain.
Depends what he does this season. If this season he pops off, that goes in A tier. But right now, as far as he shows, that's like a B.
But what we'll do is we'll come back at the end of the season and redo this and see like how it's different.
Here's what I've done at the beginning of the season. Here's my reaction now.
Right, next one, Nico Hulkenberg. Hulkenberg.
Oh, that's difficult. He nearly got a win.
Yeah, he did
But
nearly get a win, and then he
but
bottled it.
hasn't had a podium in ever
Ever.
since I've been born.
He's never had a podium. I don't know with Hulkenberg, because again, he's always been consistent, and he was really good again this year. He just never really gets that machinery. B for Hulkenberg?
I mean, yeah, his
A?
Force India times was pretty.
Yeah,
Pretty
but
good,
you're then putting Hulkenberg over Danny Rick.
No, I mean B.
B? Okay, I can see the point for B. What about
Good.
current Hulkenberg, like 2024 grid Hulkenberg? Because that's what we've done the rest of the drivers.
What did Hulkenberg do last season?
Well, he beat Magnussen, and he had some. Didn't he qualify like third or fourth in Miami?
yeah, but
Oh, yeah, Miami was a
that's
good
where the
race.
tires always died on in the Haas in general. During
That
the race.
was the Haas's main issue, because it's essentially. I mean, I covered this in a video. Go watch. But essentially, it's just like the Ferrari, but worser. I see a
Yeah.
couple
Yeah, but
C's here.
that's not Magnussen's fault. Yeah, no, Hulkenberg's fault.
I'd just say C. He's just like that reliable mid driver that's just the average.
I can see that.
Yeah, see, yeah.
I get behind that.
Because at the beginning of his season, he pushed a lot.
Yeah.
Didn't get that podium, but 2019 was kind of the high of his career, where he nearly got that podium in Hockenheim. But then he kind of dropped off again. So yeah, CT I would say.
Well, that's the thing. Hockenheim, he was kind of on for the win, and then he did a bit of a Lando Norris. Not a tire strategy call. He just binned it. Hi, Sean. How's it going? F1 Fastest Lap says loving the short. Thank you so much. Please check out the long stuff as well. It's takes a lot of time, and if I ever want to be a YouTuber properly, I gotta make more money on those. So
become a channel member and see the secret video.
What secret video?
The secret videos.
I don't know.
Right. Own channel. What the hell?
Channel membership.
Oh,
Hi,
channel membership.
Sean.
Yeah. The secret videos if you're a channel member. I'll probably
Hi,
make
Sean.
Hi, Sean. Right, Sean says hi like 3 times. Okay, next one, we've got Bottas. Make sure, if you're watching, put your rankings in the bloody chat. Right, Bottas, I mean, this is a tough one. Because last season he was a bit anonymous, but, like, there's no doubt about it. Bottas is one of the quickest drivers in F1.
I mean,
Hi, Sean.
I mean, let's think about after 2021, where he left Mercedes. He was completely devastated. Like, we literally saw how depressed he was from Mercedes. And 22, just how much better Menti was. It also kind of boosted his performance. Let's think about Alfa Romeo being like a mid top tier team. If Bottas would have gone from Mercedes to Alfa Romeo, with his current mentality, he would have actually won races. Mercedes has kind of ruined him. But Alfa Romeo has kind of pushed him up a little. I would go with like B to C tier. But C tier really if we look at 2023 as well.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of Bs, and I kind of lean more on the B side because the thing with Bottas, Sargent should be S tier. Ain't no way. No way. But no, Bottas B tier makes sense because I don't think necessarily he's like a bad driver like you said. I think number one, he was never gonna win with Mercedes because they had Hamilton and they didn't want another Rosberg situation. Obviously, Prime Latifi's better than Prime Hamilton. Please, there's not even a question.
I mean, Prime Latifi got an assist.
But recently, Bottas not been as amazing, which is why I'm more inclined to go B tier. But it's more the car than anything. So B tier. We'll put.
Let's see how
he deserves an extra point for the calendar he published. I want that so bad. If anyone
That's
knows
true.
where I can
Calendar
get
does give him
the
extra.
X-ray came in an Italian quiz show, like the question. But like, hold on, 2022, didn't he start with that Alfa Romeo like 5th in Bahrain?
In Bahrain, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the
like
Alfa Romeo was a good car until like Raikkonen left, and then it was a bit rough. Well, Raikkonen's last season was a bit rubbish.
That's why I say 2022, where when Bottas joined, his first race was immediately 5th, which completely shocked everyone.
But let's hope Sauber actually bring a slightly better car. We're seeing some S's. Remember he was out qualifying Russell in 22. True, yeah. But that's what I said. Bottas is still like one of the quickest drivers on the grid. So we're seeing a lot of Bs. I mean, a couple people going S, but S is too high for Valtteri Bottas. Not a world champion or anything.
Old Lonzo, Daddy Lonzo. I mean, what?
Right. Next up, Yuki Tsunoda.
Whoa. I mean, if you go about last season, he's like basically beaten all of his 5 teammates.
Yeah.
So he is strong.
He
but
led
also,
his first laps.
No, to be honest, Yuki is pretty strong. 21, he was kind of on pace with Gasly, and like joining his first year in 21, Yuki was really keeping up.
Ginger's Cooking clearly doesn't like Tsunoda because just constant Fs. I'm seeing Bs and Cs as well for Tsunoda though. I don't think Tsunoda's an F tier. You've got to think like this year Monaco, he put in like just this crazy Q2 lap out of nowhere to get to the top of Q2, which was really impressive. And didn't he qualify like quite well in Monaco in the end?
Hold on.
Pretty sure. I don't remember. But and then he led his first laps in Abu Dhabi when because that car was bad at the start of the season, like really bad. But when Danny Rick came back, even when Lawson came in, that car was getting pretty good. 2021 he was destroyed completely. Yeah, I mean, wasn't that his rookie season though? So you can kind of forgive that.
Yeah, but like 21, he was really kind of strong, to be honest. With that AlphaTauri.
Well, yeah, but he got destroyed by Gasly though.
Oh, well, fair enough, but Gasly has way more experience than him. You can't really compare that.
I think there's a case to be made that you put Bottas and Ricardo up and put Tsunoda B.
Yeah.
Wait, can I ask a quick question? Are we going off last season or like everything?
Okay, you can look at everything, but weight it mostly off last season.
Well, I personally, I'd say Yuki would be C or B, but just because in the future I can see him becoming a B or an A. But
Here's
I
a
don't know if
take
he's
from
there
chat.
yet.
The only reason he is good is because he has bad teammates that make him look good.
Mate, that's Ginger. That's the guy who keeps spamming F.
There's a bit of, like, a case for this, if you think about it. Because, think about it. He wasn't that much better than Liam Lawson, who was coming in as a rookie. He should really have had 2/10 on Lawson at all times. Yet, every race he was against Lawson, he DNF'd in, which wasn't his fault. But I think in qualifying as well, like, he was close to him, as far as I remember. And then...
Yeah, I'd agree on C.
I think C. I think C's fair enough. He's not better than... We'll put him below Hulk as well.
Isn't there a new rule coming this season where you can't swear on the radio anymore?
Nah, it's just made up. Right, next up, Alexander Walbon.
WS, obviously.
Wow, he's not an S tier. I'm just gonna put
What?
that.
I'm out of here.
Alex Albon, okay, you have 2 race winners in B tier, and you're gonna put a fella who's had like 3 podiums in S. He's got to prove himself more before he goes that high up the list.
Right, yeah, the one thing that's putting Albon down is his 2019 season, where he had a good car but couldn't cook.
2020 mostly, yeah.
2020, yeah. Like, he had the car but couldn't cook.
Chat says B tier, A tier, A tier, A, B. I saw 1 C for Albon as well. I mean, if we're weighting it mostly off 23, I think there's a case to be made for A because, like, he absolutely cooked Logan Sargent, out-qualifying everywhere. He showed he was confident in a car again. His defense was probably one of the best on the grid, which is something really hard to do with DRS, which I also went over in my DRS video if you've watched that. So I think there's definitely a massive case to be made for Logan Sargent to go A tier. No, Alex.
Nice.
I was about to say,
Logan Sargent.
I mean, think with the points he got 13th in that Williams, beating basically all the bottom tier cars like Alpha Tauris and the Haas, even the Alfa Romeos. So yeah, we'll go B tier, just because we also kind of have to think about his 2020 season. Just a bit. I would go B tier.
But if we're weighting it mostly on last season, and I just think he didn't gel at Red Bull. I just don't think he did at all.
Well,
and you have to think, he, in his rookie year in 2019, he gets put in a Red Bull seat, and he actually doesn't do too bad in 2019. Then 2020, he's like still reasonably fresh to the sport, and he has to perform against Max Verstappen, who absolutely destroyed Pierre Gasly. And like is basically beaten every teammate he's ever had.
Also,
that would go A tier then, yeah.
With Checo Perez, with all of his experience, even Perez is getting destroyed.
Yeah, exactly.
So Albon getting destroyed is like you can't really question that, especially in his rookie season.
I see A's and I see best of the B's. So that's a
A or
A?
B.
A or best of the B's. A or
A
best of the B's.
A.
Okay, we'll go
especially
A.
based off
his
last season.
Was phenomenal.
Right. Crash the ban, crash on.
He got a win.
He got a win. Gifted by Fernando Alonso, we'll just add.
Hold on. We get to Alonso later.
We get to Alonso.
We can't praise God yet.
Okay. But he got a win gifted to him.
You can't
Not to say he didn't
that in
drive.
F1.
I know. I'm just joking. But I think Ocon is definitely overrated, considering
yeah,
he
his
should
last
have
season.
he should have beat Gasly and he didn't. Is really what I'm getting at here. Just 5 seconds.
Paris.
Yeah, getting beaten by his teammate in his first season in the team. Even though Ocon said in 22 he had been doing 99% of the work in the team. Yeah, it's kind of C or even D tier. I mean, Ocon kind of fell off. Even with the crash last year in Brazil, where he just hit Alonso in quali,
And then blamed
just
him on
because he turned in which I mean, people say it was also Alonso's fault for going kind of in the middle.
We're getting
But,
C's or B's in the chat mostly. I see a couple
B
D's and
tier.
one F.
I'll go C tier, but not last season. Last season was kind of rubbish for him.
How
I
many
think we'll
DNFs
put
did he
him
have? That's why he crashed.
top
a
of the
lot.
C's.
Nah, he's not. No, I
Bottom.
wouldn't put him.
He's a,
Bottom.
you
I'll
you
put it
have
again
to
in
give
the
it to
middle.
me as a race winner.
Yes.
Yeah, but going off
to be
mainly
fair.
of last season.
True.
Dan, you can't just switch up like that. Last
True,
time
true,
we
true, true.
saved.
Hi, Tribesman John.
Yeah,
I'm
I
good.
go
How are
C
you?
tier. I go C tier.
Wally at Vegas. What did he do? I mean, oh no, but you have to think, to be fair, Ocon's Monaco drive this year was really good.
What are you doing, Monaco?
Third.
My brain is.
He was third in Monaco. Qualified third and held
oh,
off
right, yeah, you got
Ferrari
podium.
for like the full race. That was pretty impressive. That was a good drive.
That's true.
But Gasly had one similar. I'm gonna have to say top of the C's. High C, low B. I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Paris.
Next up,
C,
teammate. Yeah, Gasly.
Oh yeah, that's a B tier. That's going into Alpine, a new team, and then immediately beating his team. I say B tier.
Yeah, he has to be above Ocon for sure. And he had that great drive in Zandvoort this year. That was really good. Like, a really strong third place.
Yeah, like with that strategy calls he had, that was like bang on. I go B tier without even thinking.
Gasly, Zandvoort over Ocon, Monaco. Yeah, I agree. Gasly in B tier or ahead of Ocon in C. I think B. And he's not S tier worthy because S tier has to
he
be
also
reserved
got
for
a
like.
win. Think about it, he's also a race winner.
Yeah, he's a race
in
winner.
Monaco,
yeah,
in
race winner.
Monza.
At least a B. He has a win. No contest. Ocon doesn't count. We're saying just behind Bottas then because like Bottas' full career and Danny Rick's full career probably top Gasly's.
Yeah, and also if we go full career, Gasly had the same fate as Albon in that Red Bull.
Yeah, although
Even
Gasly
worse
got like
now.
hard. I think there was something else going on there. I think helmet or thingy didn't like Gasly.
Helmet Marco.
Yeah. Yeah,
I go
B
B
tiers are there.
Sprint race as well, yeah.
Right. Oh my goodness. Lance Stroll.
Is there something lower than terrorist?
Could maybe make something.
Let's just call it Daddy Cash.
Whoops. Oh no, I fucked the colors up now.
God damn. I mean, that Stroll had the 2017 Azerbaijan though. If we go full career, Stroll is washed. Obviously, he had like the
Stroll had safety car where he got overtaken on the line, Azerbaijan.
but that's still a podium.
He has one pole position in the rain, which was good.
in Turkey.
He has a couple podiums, which is fair enough. He has a couple good podiums, but this season, which we're heavily waiting it off last
this
season,
he was completely
he was absolutely trash. He got destroyed by Fernando. Like, he scored 100 or whatever less points. Aston Martin should have been third or fourth in constructors, but
Wait, Dan, Cheddar's big brain. There's like, go put him in S tier and Daddy Cash will pay you.
put him in S tier and I'll get paid.
Exactly.
Bro, this tier list needs a Foxy category. That's from Tong. Thanks, Tom. We absolutely love to see it.
It's the P2 tier here.
Luca, what do you think?
He isn't that bad.
Hey,
Like-
autistic.
I think
What's
he's.
it who called him autistic? I'm sorry, it's Luca.
I'd
Bianca
say, to be honest,
Bustamante.
like,
You say C?
no, yeah, low C or D. I don't think he's been that
Yeah, I put
bad.
him
Like,
on Sergeant's post.
yeah, he's above Sergeant.
I would actually put him below Sergeant because he
yeah,
performs like a rookie 6 or 7 years into his F1 career.
Yes,
Like-
people still call Stroll a rookie, even though he's like,
Everyone
See,
treats him.
I'm not a big fan of him, but he does have his moments, and that
The thing is,
inconsistent.
Oh, I don't
but
know.
right? Everyone treats him like a rookie, though.
Yeah.
You go to Lando now. If Lando has a crash, everyone will be on Lando's case. Like, he shouldn't be having crashes at this point in his career. Stroll's been in F1 longer, and everyone goes, yeah, but Stroll has his moments. If you shouldn't be able to cherry pick a driver's moments who's been in F1 that long and had the machineries he's had. You should
I've only
have
seen
too
the
many to
opposite of
list.
this. I can't lie.
Huh?
I've never seen. I've only seen the opposite. Like Lando fans saying it's all right, but
okay,
then
hold on.
everyone
Lando
bashing
fans are like
Stroll.
Hamilton fans. You can't.
Yes, exactly. That's
No, I'm not
exactly
going off
my
Lando.
point.
I'm going off like the general public would be like, it would be unacceptable for Russell or Lando or Albon to be having the seasons he's having. But like, sometimes Stroll gets defended, and because people forget
Why
he's
did I
been in
get an
F1 for
ad?
so long.
I'm a member. Why did I get an ad? That's bullshit.
Yeah, this sums it up perfectly. He's a good driver, but his day doesn't come often enough. I think that's fair enough.
Yeah.
Hi, Vigo. I brush my teeth with toothpaste and drink orange juice. You're back again.
goodness.
Fans, get him out of here.
Nah,
back again.
this bad boy, man.
Okay, we got big man Oscar Pastry next.
Oh, put the high C tier or low B tier because first season immediately sprint win, beating his team, getting a win before his teammate who's been said to get a win in like forever now. If we could, I'll put him all low C tier, but if we get to Lando, I'll put Lando below him. But if we put him B tier, then his season was way better than Lando's. I'm sorry, the last season was for Oscar.
There was 100-point gap between them.
Yes, but thing Oscar, this is his first season, and he's like got a podium in a normal race, got that sprint win.
Chat is disagreeing. We're getting A's, we've got an S, we're getting B's. Mid B's is similar to what you said, but yeah,
put
maybe
him, like-
behind Bottas.
I think ahead of Bottas even. This season, like, he's got a podium immediately and a sprint win.
Hey,
A.
Hold out there.
A?
rookie year.
Okay,
And
he
he's
was
kept
kinda
he's
on
kept-
pace to
Yeah, he's
Verstappen,
kept
yeah.
with Lando this whole year basically, just race
And
pace
also
has lacked
Verstappen
him.
and,
I'm gonna
uh,
pull up a stat for you here. So this is for chat as well that you might not be aware of, which I always use this more to defend Sargent than I do to like bash Piastri, because I think Piastri's a great driver as well. But this just shows the difference in what machinery does, because you have to
Yeah.
remember that Piastri is one of those rookies that, and it's very rare they get this, that has been put into like a top of the midfield team straight off the bat, which you don't often get. So the gap, there's a guy on Twitter called Formula Pace, and he does like a bunch of maths, and he works out when drivers are on the same fuel, same tires, what the gaps are. The gaps between Sargent and Albon and Norris and Piastri are basically the same, like about 2 to 3 tenths at any race. So Piastri is the same amount behind Lando as Sargent is to Albon. It's just purely the machinery is different. So pace-wise,
Yeah,
but I appreciate that pressure and some of his qualifying laps have been amazing.
Piastri
As I said, I would
Piastri
probably
also
put him in
hasn't
B tier for that.
crashed. Like,
Yeah, that's another thing. Piastri's consistency has been way better. Which I'm just saying, but pace-wise, like, you have to remember the machinery does do quite a bit, which is why I say, like, maybe the mid-Bs is more
Yeah.
realistic. Hi, Time.
By the way, Dan, can we talk about the music choice that we have here?
Yeah, it doesn't get me copyright struck.
It's
Right.
most
Next
goofy
one.
thing that we completely theorize.
Next one, there's George Russell, who I'm not gonna... I mean, I already know where I'm putting him, but you can go discuss.
terrorist.
How dare you back your point up with solid reasoning and logic? I want him A tier because I said so. I understand that without my agreement. I'm gonna put out a press release. Yeah, that's fair enough. Goated S tier for the tweet. No, if this was ranking F1 tweets, then he would be at the top. Yeah, Oscar made little to no. Yeah, that's what puts him like way above Sargent. But I'm saying pace wise, like you have to account for stuff.
If we go George by his last year's pace and not by terrorists, I would go low B tier because I mean he was kind of lacking last season, but not too much to say he was ghosting into C. But he is not enough to go into high B or A, or as you say, he might go into terrorist.
I mean,
Osama bin Russell.
Russell's getting put in terrorist no matter what anyone argues. That's just a given. But
What terrorism did he do this season?
to be fair, this season he hit Max in Baku, but that was more of an incident.
Also, it's Max.
Also, it's Max, and he needs to be taken out. Yeah.
Exactly. True
Didn't
basic
George
geezer.
also take out Hamilton in Qatar?
No, that was Hamilton's fault. He even said Hamilton even admitted that.
Yeah.
But like when
Solid
George
B or
and
A, mid A, in B. I think maybe B. I mean, to be fair, if we've got Albon in A, there's a case to be made Russell could go to A. Although he did get decimated by Hamilton this season.
the wall turned in
Yeah.
on George.
He fully turned into me.
I mean Singapore, where in the last lap he just killed himself.
Captain Foxy song.
Captain Foxy.
Yay! But like George also Singapore was. I mean, he could have gotten a podium through the way because the wall turned in on him.
Yeah, to be fair, that drop. Yeah, I forgot Singapore actually. Yeah, he could have even got the win if he'd actually been able to overtake. Yeah,
He went for the gap in Singapore.
we put him top of the Bs. Oh, there we go.
EG have way
Yes,
too
we
than
do
you have a
balance,
hope.
We're gonna put Stroll back in his box anyway.
Yeah.
Right. My name is Carlos Sainz.
Okay,
Probably.
okay.
A.
Yeah, high B or A. He got a win. He was the only non-Red Bull driver to get a win this season.
Yeah.
Last season. I go
Did he
all
outscore
for
Charles?
high
He
B
didn't.
because his career was okay. Compared to his teammates, his career was always like, oh, his teammate is always better. But last season he got the only non-Red Bull win, so all high B tier or under or behind Albon.
Yeah, he got screwed
I
over
think-
by that penalty in Australia as well. Which, although
Yeah.
like he should have been punished for that, at the same time it was kind of a dumb. Chat is saying A tier a lot.
Yeah,
I'd say A.
I'd say also
Yeah,
A.
he's got to be above Russell because his season was a lot stronger than. And he's always been
he's
stronger
a
than Russell.
Smooth operator.
Yeah, smooth operation. It is sad Ferrari are dropping him because if you look pace wise as well, he was actually really close to Leclerc this year.
But like, if you have
Hamilton,
the choice
but-
between Sainz
but
and Hamilton, who do you pick?
Well, yeah, I'm picking Hamilton, aren't you? But we'll get onto that later. So yeah, we'll go
Stop inventing.
ahead of Albon.
Yeah. I'd
Yeah,
say
I'd say his best one so far. Right, Lando.
Oh,
Stop
A.
inventing.
Just,
I think
just
top
A.
B tier. Top B tier.
What?
I mean, Lando. Each race, it was always like Lando having like a good stint or good performance. Like there was always something about Lando going on. It's not like Lando wasn't.
He was
isn't
too good
like-
for you. He was so good that it annoyed you that he was good.
I mean, especially in Silverstone. I mean, wasn't the gap at the finish only like 8 seconds? And like for Verstappen winning a race.
Well, no,
that
I
is-
think it was
Also
bigger than that
Brazil.
because in Silverstone there was the safety car restart and he put up that really good defense against Hamilton.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he was able to compete with Max, sort of. The one thing I'll hold against Lando
That
this
was a
season.
3-second gap. That was a 3-second gap.
Well, two things I guess hold against Lando this season is qualifying performances were inconsistent. He could have got poles. Qatar is one I'm mainly thinking of where he bottled 2 poles and
Yeah.
he didn't. And number 2 was the fact that Piastri got the sprint win and he didn't, which I guess ties into the qualifying thing. But at the same time, it's like your rookie teammate should not be getting his first win in a format before you do. So that's why I wouldn't put him S yet. But I think A tier for the most part of this season. Probably just behind Sainz.
I'm just gonna throw this out there. Like, not really to do with the tier list, but I don't think Lando will ever be a champion.
Yeah, the competition is way too strong.
Also, I don't think he. Well, clearly, as we've seen in the last few seasons, he's had so many opportunities to win, and he's bottled it every time. I don't know if he's
When he
got the.
won Russia, that was
Yes.
kind of a deciding thing.
But I think
Although that wasn't entirely.
he's
his
creeping
fault.
into Jensen Button territory that he might not ever be. Because he's like, I'm pretty sure in 10 races time, Lando will have gone as many races as Button went without a win, because Button took 113 races before he won, and Lando is on like 103 now. So if he doesn't win in 10 races, Jensen Button was better. And everyone was saying Button will never be a champion, he was a bit rubbish. Then Button gets that car that's just amazing, and he still nearly bottles it, but he manages to like just about scrape the championship. And then from there, he was actually better, because you think 2011, he beat Hamilton on points, then he beat Alonso on points, even though it was McLaren Honda, he still beat him. So yeah, Button kind of went up a little bit after shot. I think he gained some confidence, but I do agree that like if he's gonna be a champion, he's sort of like pushing into that stage of his career where he might just be like a Mansell/Button champion, where he's a one-time champion that you kind of like, how did he do that? And then you realize he had really good machinery to do it. I think that's what he needs. I don't think he'll be able to do it in like a consistent season.
I put low A tier or mid A tier, between or behind Albon.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Because if you still think about last season, Albon's season was, I think, a bit better than Lando's.
See, Dutch Arrest here says, yeah, he's qualifying consistently and he only crashed once or so. Yeah, he was consistent reasonably, like, points-wise. Dutch Arrest says, Lauda won the 84 championship with less wins but more consistencies. True, but that was also, I think, partly due to the countback rule as well that was in at the time. Because you had to drop certain rounds, but yeah.
But would you put Lando ahead of Albon?
Yeah.
Thinking about last season, Albon was a bit better.
Yeah, but Lando was good last season. Like, I
Yes,
pointed out a
better
couple
than
flaws.
Albon's season.
Yes, definitely. It was his best season ever.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Would you put him ahead?
Yeah, I'll put him ahead of Albon. That's what I'm saying. I will definitely put him ahead of Albon.
Okay.
Button was always good. That BIR was just, yeah, fair enough. Braun was only best car for half. Braun, you can make the argument Braun was only best car for half the season till you look at Rubens Barrichello's performance and the fact that he was still getting wins mid-season and nearly won the final round. The fall-off of the Braun car isn't as big. It was just Button started overdriving the car after his 7 wins. He got to the British Grand Prix and he starts overdriving the car, and then he just about gets it back in the last round.
Your own video?
Huh?
Aren't you contradicting your own video?
No.
In the video you said was the car, not
No, I couldn't do the whole thing, so it's partly the cars got closer mid-season, but it was still able to be at the front. But I can't go into that whole nuance in a short, so I just go the car went backwards a bit. Because you've seen how long I've spent explaining that. I spent like 3 minutes explaining it.
So you're not the one who's went to Yap's world.
No, it wasn't Yaps.
Bro's yapping.
Bro is speaking Japanese. Right, okay, Chargle Leclargle.
Okay, under Albon by 80 still.
If Sainz is A, Leclerc is at least B. You're putting Leclerc below Sainz?
Obviously, he signs at the win last season.
What did Leclerc do like this season?
Many pole positions at the end of the season. Pole position in Baku when the Red Bull was really good. Okay, look, I think Leclerc...
That's why I would say 80. That's why I would still go 80, but below Albon.
No, I'm sorry.
Well, I'd say above Albon, but behind Carlos. Like next to Lando.
I'm gonna be controversial here. I think Leclerc's 23 season was underrated.
Well, yeah, about what other drivers had, Leclerc kind of got dragged under the rug.
Because Leclerc's start of the season was really unlucky. You think he was on for a podium, and then he DNF'd. Like, think how big that gap was in Bahrain to Sainz. He decimated him in Bahrain. Like, he was going to get that 3rd place. Alonso wasn't going to catch Leclerc, but Alonso did catch Sainz.
Vegas, yeah.
Then you look, he had that massive streak of DNFs, and Sainz is like way ahead of him. And then he just goes ham. He gets the end of the season for Leclerc was top tier. After like Monza and Singapore, also Singapore, Leclerc had an engine issue, which is why he dropped back so much. But so he didn't really even get a chance there. Like, Leclerc was severely underrated. He had the bad luck in Monaco with the penalty too. I'm just thinking of everything that he had because his Ferrari'd him. So yeah, no, I think he's got to go above Sainz. I'm sorry. I think overall consistency wise and pace wise, like for the full season, Sainz got to win, yes, but Leclerc was better and that's why he outscored him.
But but it's true. I mean, with everything that Ferrari threw at Leclerc, he still kind of pushed back, so pushed through it.
Would you not say
ahead of
a
Sainz?
Ferrari win would be more like
But
important
we'll have to,
than consistency?
Yeah.
Lucas also, because the contract is more. The contract says that winning is more important for them than pole positions and pace.
Especially against the Red Bull car that
True.
it was.
Yeah,
a
so I would
win
put an
would
80
just-
up behind Sainz.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair.
Because Ferrari literally is like, if you don't win for us, we don't care what else you do.
Fair point.
Except from if
fair
you're
point.
Charles Leclerc. Except from if him.
Alright.
Okay, S. No
Yeah.
thinking.
Well, we're gonna have to. We want to discuss him though. This is our chance to talk about
Right.
Fernando Alonso. So let's talk about him, even if we know where Fernando's gonna go.
His last season, rookie season, literally starting with podiums out of the blue with an Aston, which in 22 was complete dog shit. I mean, that came out of nowhere that Alonso got a podium. Fighting Hamilton, getting that sick overtake in Bahrain, overtake of the month as well.
I just got a question. Hang on. Do you think Charles can win next year's championship if Ferrari fixes some of his issues? I think Red Bull are winning next year. It seems most likely.
You can't just say if Ferrari fixes, they win.
Yeah,
Just
no.
other
Alonso
people
was
can also.
brilliant. He was amazing. We don't need to discuss him until
Just how good he is.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean,
We'll
he
put him in
had
S
some
already. We're not gonna
he
change
had-
it.
I mean, he had some downsides at the second half of the season, but then randomly comes Brazil, where he again gets the best.
No,
gets
not even Brazil.
Fear action of the year.
Not
out
even
of
Brazil,
nowhere.
because by Brazil the car they took the upgrades off the car and the car was good again. It was actually Zandvoort that I think is his best drive this season, because Zandvoort it was right after the mid-season break, so everyone thought they'd fix the car over mid-season, but it was actually just Fernando being a god in the wet. That's what I'm saying. Like, Zandvoort, the car was bad and Fernando performed. That's why I think Zandvoort is a better way to point just how good he was this season.
Yeah.
And he
But-
carried the hype this season. Like, he brought so much hype.
Obviously. I mean, mirroring streak. You cannot.
His TikTok's
I
like,
mean, his
oh
TikTok. I mean,
my.
he hit the gritty.
What
Yeah,
an
I mean,
amazing rookie season, I agree. With Dan
Exactly.
R here, S tier, and also in his rookie season being his teammate and other rookies is
I know-
amazing.
Wait, we said Alonso. I meant Alonso. What can I
Yeah,
say?
sorry, and also. And also S tier. 100%
GP2 engine.
GP2 engine.
I like how at the beginning of the stream we looked at careers, and now we just like last season and just went
Mean.
on.
Right, Howard Hamilton.
Oof, last season was depressing.
S. Nah, he was insane.
What? He was third in the championship.
High A.
Yeah, but
S or high A, because he was
But
insane
it's
this
how-
season.
like, where was the hype of Hamilton? Like, he didn't win a race in a car that was win worthy.
Was it?
Was
Yeah.
Was it?
Was it?
Was it?
For example, Singapore, the car where his teammate nearly won it if he didn't bin it into the wall.
Well, that's what I'd argue.
I'd say if Mercedes made George Russell let him through.
Yeah,
Like,
Hamilton
obviously
wins.
he wouldn't. But if they did, Hamilton would have had a much better shot of winning, and he could have.
That's what I mean. He could have. He could have had a chance to win. I mean, he had a good season, so I will put him top of 80. But it's. I mean, in Bahrain.
No,
where-
you're in Yapsville. You're speaking Japanese. I'm gonna interrupt
but
you.
like in
No, you're
Bahrain.
wrong because
Hold on.
Hamilton. Listen, Hamilton pole position hungry. I don't even like Hamilton that much, right? This is the thing. I'm not a Hamilton fan. I'm gonna put this on the record. But his 2023 season was really good. That car was never second best, but it was the most consistent car at being
Yeah.
third best for the whole season.
Or would
right?
you put his career above Leclerc if you go with poles now?
What?
No, just the overall consistency
Just
of him.
Hamilton's consistency
Pushing
to
the
come to
car.
third in the championship after like that Mercedes at the start was probably lower than the third best car. It's probably like the fourth best car.
Yeah.
And
Mercedes
he had
bit
a
of chat
poor
saying,
season and
"Hey."
came back and destroyed Russell. Absolutely destroyed Russell, which I think is amazing. Like, Captain Foxy, I know you don't like Hamilton, but he had an S-tier worthy season.
I'd agree.
Yeah, that's okay. That's also fair.
He goes
Behind
below
me, yeah.
Alonso, though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Mercedes was also kind of lacking, so we can't say anything.
He is also a 7-time world champion.
Yeah, he's also a 7-time world champion. Or is he?
5 more than Alonso.
I will never say. I will keep my mouth shut. I'm never confirming or
might
denying how
have
many
one more.
championships he has. Right, next up, Sergio
Oh
Suarez.
god, that's a C tier.
B. But he was better than Sargent, but worse than the rest.
Wasn't he better than
Come on.
Sargent?
D tier.
Yeah, he was better than
Well,
Sargent.
E tier is
Yeah.
kind of empty. I mean, E tier
Yeah,
needs a
E tier
friend.
is actually very empty.
E tier needs a friend. Wait, what?
Enchilada.
How do I spell enchilada? There we go.
I don't know.
With an
There we go.
L,
We put him in
probably?
enchilada tier.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Terrorist, that's also
Terrorist, but to be fair, no, he was a terrorist this season.
Yo!
He actually was. No, he took out. Do you remember he took out Thingy in Japan, and then he
Oh,
he
Japan
binned it
was
in
a
Hungary, and he
cut-off.
pushed Piastri on the grass in Hungary. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Perez was a big terrorist this season.
Right, okay, for
Joseph Stalin?
Verstappen, we can't
What?
say S. For Verstappen, S, there's nothing. I mean, if you go Singapore, okay. But S tier, yeah.
I actually think Verstappen's Singapore drive was underrated as well because he made it back up to 5th from like 13.
Hamilton had a real Sigma arc this season too.
Did he feel Andrew Tate coming inside of him?
Andrew Tate was coming inside of
Right,
him.
I'm gonna make one veto that none of you are allowed to argue with. That's what I'm doing. Right, that's how I'm leaving it. Chat, we've got another tier list, so don't leave. We're going to rank all the liveries as a bit of a fun thing to do at the end.
Oh.
But that's my one veto is I move Charles above. So we have Max, Alonso, Hamilton, Charles, Sainz,
Why did
Norris,
go in-
Albon, Russell, Rick, Bottas, Piastri, Gasly, Ocon, Hulkenberg, Sonoda, Logan
Okay,
Freedom.
wait. Can I make a veto?
Go
Piastri
on.
should be ahead of Bottas and Ricciardo. If we're going off this season, what most of the other drivers are off of.
Yeah,
I'll do
yes.
this. I think that's fair enough. Why is Joe a terrorist?
Oh,
He's a
I
terrorist for
thought it was-
F122,
I mean, if
what he
go
did
with
to me.
that, I'd go Ocon in front of Ricardo.
Ocon in front? No, I'm not putting Ocon in front of Ricardo. Oh, then again, actually, yeah, because no.
Gasly. What am I saying? Ocon, Gasly.
I
Whoops.
think
Oh,
what
yeah,
we've done.
Yuki
Hang on,
deserves to be ahead.
Ricardo needs changing. Ricardo needs changing because we started off talking about their full careers, and then we look at the full season. Actually, these two weren't that good.
Yeah, they were very bad.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay,
We
They
then
do
were
I will
C.
put
bottom-
They were C this season.
bottom of B. Should we put him ahead of Ocon in C? Put there.
yeah.
That's
Oh,
fairer,
yeah.
I think.
Surely
Yeah, that
Yuki
is
should be
better.
ahead of Daniel then. Because
But
Yuki out
Mexico-
ruled him every single race. That's why.
No, Mexico.
Yeah, one race versus.
But
However many.
Danny Rick wasn't really in any other races.
Yeah, but Daniel.
The races he
smells.
was in, he kind of pushed that Alpha Tauri a bit. Alpha Tauri, yeah.
I think maybe we put Sonoda there then.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna save it.
Yeah. No more
I mean,
changes.
if that, Russell deserves an A, no?
No, stop. Shush.
No.
Shush.
Not after
shush.
last season.
Ocon
Last
F for
season,
French. I agree. Bottas is trash. Maybe. No,
I mean, Gasly-
no.
Oh, no, he won't go that far.
Won't go that far. Right. This is what we save it as. We review. Oh, I'll leave it there. We'll review that at the end of the season. Next tier list. Next tier list. Right. We've got all the
Ooh, I'm
liveries.
gonna
We're
have to-
starting
F,
off with
F,
Haas.
F, F.
F for Haas.
What?
No.
You
C,
bugging.
It's just you like
I
it or
mean,
you hate it. That's my
I don't like
deal.
it. I really
Haas-
don't
the
like
thing
it.
is- But
I like
think
it.
about Haas. Haas has like that color scheme. They kept it.
I'm sorry, everyone keeps going. I keep seeing, oh, the Haas livery looks amazing. It just
It
looks
looks
boring.
really clean.
It just looks really boring. I don't get the
Thing
hype
is,
around
Haas-
it. It's just white and black. Nah.
The thing is, Haas was black before black was the trend. That's Haas's color scheme. And then the rest of the teams ruined it by going black as well.
It just looks like a Minardi though.
Minardi is
No, it does
beautiful.
not.
Red, white, black.
Minardi's ugly compared to that Haas.
The thing is, Haas got kind of ruined because everyone else went black. Haas usually is black.
Yeah. So
Everyone's
this is
saying
why I say it's a
D-tier.
C. This is why I say it's a C
I'm-
because you either hate
D.
it or you don't, or you like it.
I would lean more on D because it's just not that interesting.
Alright, fair.
Chat
High
says
D.
D.
High D.
Okay, you can go top of D. Alright, next up, the gaming livery.
Oh, I say B. That mean color. Think about it. We see some color on the grid now. Even if it's black, there's color. So. it
So
means we don't
I'd
have a
also
full
say
black kit.
if there was like if the trend wasn't carbon, that would be people would be rating that high.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I
So
think
I'd
there's
say
more
B.
of an argument for this, that it's the team colors to be made. Because Haas have had their team colors change like constantly. Like I personally really like that grey 2018 Haas the most. That was my favorite Haas's.
Yeah.
So you're saying like they've always been white and black? Well, they've not. They've been white and black for like a couple
Since
years.
2019, no.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they looked better
2022 was
before.
like that 1 year
Um,
where they
A
died.
lot of people are saying B.
See, I really
Yeah.
like the steak one, but I know a couple people don't. But I just really like the color green as well.
Chad is going with
B,
with
B or A, high B, A, high. I think high B is fair
Yeah, B.
because it's
Oh, B goes
polarizing.
A.
It's
This
polarizing.
is S.
B
This
cup
is
goes A. That's finally Toro Rosso. We have a Toro Rosso again.
I would make
That's
the argument
S.
for S.
I'd say S. This
Oh
season
yeah,
S.
or even S. Like we got a Toro Rosso back, the beautiful Toro Rosso, the one that everyone liked.
I would just
Toro
like to say
Rosso?
this as well. This is better than any of the other Toro Rosso liveries. I
Yes,
love
they
honestly,
cooked.
yeah.
They cooked.
I see a lot of people are not rating the Toro Rosso livery with and because it has Visa on it. But at the end of the day, I'm not that mad about like the sponsors. Like every car has to have sponsors. It is what it is. They need
The
money to
name that
function,
ruins it.
especially with
The
the new
name.
RB management. I genuinely think S for the Toro Rosso because they couldn't have the name again
Oh my
because
god, we
of
got Fernando Alonso in the chat.
because of their branding. But they at least tried to have like something close to it. So I think S there for it. High A,
Hold
S.
on. Yeah, Chad is more going with A. I mean, I go all high, super high
The thing
A,
is you-
like the
it-
highest.
We're going not off all time, purely in comparison to the rest of the cars on the grid. It actually has color.
S.
Oh, but then
And it
this-
looks beautiful.
Yeah, it is beautiful.
beautiful.
It's beautiful. I'm saying A because Chad is more going to A, not because I'm A.
Man,
I go S as well.
bro just can't go against chat. Sometimes you got to violate chat. Sometimes you got to say nuh to them.
Hey.
Green race cars used to be superstitious. Nobody wanted green on their race car. I'm trying to think what
Hold
green race
on.
cars won.
Jaguar that won.
No, like back in like the 60s. I'm trying to think of green race cars. No, the OG
Yeah.
Lotuses, they were British Racing Green, weren't they?
Yeah.
Like I'm seeing Jim Clark era Lotus.
BMR, BRM,
BRM, yeah.
BMR. Yeah, that was
There's a
green.
couple.
BMR.
couple. You know
Lotus.
the first right, this is an interesting fact for you. The first Monaco Grand Prix ever, which was like 1929 or something, is won by a British guy. And because in the rules you had to race under your country's racing color, he had this Bugatti, and he literally the night before it got like this green British Racing Green paint and just painted his Bugatti with like a brush, and then won the Grand Prix. And then he just never did really anything again. It was just insane. But anyway,
What lad?
Williams something.
Williams
Anyway,
A,
Williams next. Speaking of Williams,
Williams A because it still has color, but it's more blackish. It has more black.
it's
But
not
that
as good
blue
as
is
last
so
year's
kind of-
Williams.
Yeah, I'd go A. Cause
So I
with
disagree.
this-
This one for me is so much better than last year's one.
Let's get it up again because I kind of forget it. Williams.
That looks nice.
It's last year's Williams with a little bit more black.
It's a darker blue, isn't it? And yeah, it's just less blue.
Oh,
See, no,
the-
I really like this. Look at this.
Yeah,
you got like the whole
blue-
pattern.
I didn't like
blue
it.
The light blue was kind of better, but
I didn't like the
if you
light blue.
compared to today's season car, that's an A tier.
American
Really?
racist thing. Fair enough. A. See, I don't know. I don't know if this is above Steak because Steak is really in it. Like Steak is something new and it pops, but Williams is just like Yeah, it's the Williams livery, but more black on it. Yeah, and
mean,
last
it was
year's,
though.
in my opinion, was better. I think
Yeah, last
maybe
year's was better.
B.
I mean, as a livery, I'd say like it's better than Stakes, but I do like the green of it, and it does pop a little bit more. So I think it's just B with it.
Yeah, behind stake.
I'll be honest, my bias is always into like doing something different. I think even if it doesn't look great, if you do something different with a car, it's really like what here's a what's it called? Earth F1 car.
Oh, the Toyota.
Yeah, the Honda, the
this
Honda.
was
Earth
awful.
Dreams. Like that's so different. It's a bit ugly, but the fact that they did it is just so cool to
You know
me.
who the driver was?
Is that I can't tell who that is.
A commentator, you know?
Oh, is it
Brundle.
that's Brundle?
Yeah, Brundle drove that.
Did he? Did he come back to drive that? Was that the time he came back?
Mm.
No,
Okay.
Button and... Oh no, that's the other Honda. Oh no, yeah, no, it's Button and Barrichello, this one.
Okay.
2007.
Yeah, Brundle.
Button?
What?
But Brundle was there before they drove for a race. I remember that. Brundle was there.
Doesn't say he did, but maybe. Okay, fair enough. Troy likes the steak one as well. I think Williams... Anyway, we're going off topic there. Just below the steak one. Alp Scam.
Alpine
Scampine.
That's an F. That's an F. Because it has color. It's just like thrown on there. But if we go to TV cameras, then it's just gonna be black by every angle. That's just rubbish. That's an F tier.
Yeah, the
I
Alpine
hated it when
one-
they first announced it, but I really like it now.
I liked it on launch, but now think about the camera.
Is that the pink? No, that's the pink one, isn't it?
Wow,
That's
this...
not the.
Oh,
that's
what,
that's
you
different.
you put some pink on your black car.
Yeah, but like think about like them going fast and the TV cameras are just gonna pick up the black.
Yeah, for that
Yeah,
bad.
nah,
They overdid it. They overdid the whole black thing, and the fact that they teased it to be like camo pink is
Camo.
just so
Oh,
annoying.
no.
Because that would have been cool.
I feel like they just put the colors on because the sponsors want it, not because they want it.
Yeah, it's just another BWT car. I mean, that's this one. The blue one's slightly more Alpine. Manit
But,
says,
like, it's-
hello, how are you doing? I'm good, how are you? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, the Duracell battery on the Williams is one of my favorite
Yeah,
parts of it. But so what are we saying, Alpine?
D or F. They messed.
I mean,
up.
I
I'd
actually
say-
think the
I'd say
Haas's
in front of
livery is
Haas.
uglier.
Yeah,
Yeah,
me too.
D then.
No, not B. It's not B. Maybe C.
D.
D?
I said D.
I'd say C or D. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe
we'll go
above
D.
the house, but D.
Put it above the Haas, but D. Aston
Now-
Martin. I'm
yeah,
not going
but
to go
now
first
go
on this
S-
because I'm biased.
Yeah, exactly. If we go by your logic, Aston did not change. They put maybe the darker green, but Aston cooked. That green looks good on the Aston. So I put it maybe behind B tier, but that's a B tier livery.
So I'd say A, just because it's colourful.
See, I absolutely love British Racing Green.
Yeah, me too. I'm also
Yeah.
clearly biased with that beautiful colour. It's just not the level of
Alonso's
Visa cash
biased.
out.
See,
but
hang on, I'm going to
it's
go
racing.
back how I'm taking us back to Alpine because we're getting a lot of Fs in the chat and because it's coming through a little bit late. F tier, missed opportunity. Only team with a chance for a bright blue or flamboyant pink and they missed it. I think that should take points off them, to be fair.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, going to F.
Yeah, go F. WhatsApp is
Yeah.
yeah, Aston Martin's not the WhatsApp car anymore, but it is British Racing Green. I do like that they've made it really visible from the front, and like I know it looks
Yeah.
the same. Oh, we've got another $2. That's gonna sway my opinion. Thank you,
S
Jordan.
for Aston.
Okay, fair
S for
enough.
Aston.
I was
There you
about
go
to say
then.
that. I
Oh,
said
good job.
SS because Alonso drives it, but fair enough.
What's the one under S at the top, and what does S mean? S just means like, does it mean like super tier or
Best.
whatever? And then it's just
Yeah.
A under that.
S isn't super. That's just how.
S is just the
how
highest
A-
rank.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's just how ranks have been graded. It's not like the
They just
letters.
made up ranking stuff,
It's
I
like
guess.
A to F is because it's 1 to 6. But like S is because. Yeah, you said it.
But yeah, anyway, yeah, we
McLaren.
bribed into S tier. Thank you, Jordan.
JXRD4NNVR Super Chat.
Without the
$2.
bribery, what would you
S for
actually say it would be
Aston.
then?
A.
Yeah, me too.
Hey, toot, toot, toot.
Right, next one, McLaren.
Ah,
B.
oof. They were the first ones to show that this season was becoming.
Is that the
blacker.
wrong? You got the wrong McLaren on there.
Yeah, I mean he also got the wrong.
I just
rest of
downloaded them off the
Oh.
F1 website.
Ah, okay, fair enough.
I don't know if they'd updated them yet.
But I mean, they could have.
It's clean.
They could have made it look more like the Indy livery, which kind of looks good, which looks way better than that.
I'll
What was
look at
that?
that. McLaren Indy car livery.
Because they had like the start, like that one looks way better, and it also is orange and black. But that
See, out of the
Looks
black
similar to
ones, I actually quite
that
like
one is
this
the
one.
best one. But
Yeah, this
no,
is the
no,
best.
The
black
one's
one.
Mercedes, but
No, yeah, I'm
Oh,
saying I'm not saying the best
Carbon.
one, but
Out of the carbon.
I'm saying that like
yeah.
the McLaren does suit
ruin
black.
it.
And don't you think the blue on last year's McLaren was actually a bit ugly, and that them taking it off has kind of been an
It's also
improvement?
fair, yeah.
Yeah. Because that's essentially all they did, is they took the blue bits off, which you can see on this little picture here, because they've not updated it on F1 yet. But I actually like that. A to B chat are saying, which I think is fair enough.
Yeah. Maybe
say
low,
B.
maybe A, but or higher than steak B.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
let's go higher than steak. Higher than steak A. A or B looks... Yeah, I think A or B McLaren is fair enough,
Right,
because...
Ferrari cooked. Ferrari is S. Ferrari.
Hang
cooked.
on,
yeah.
hang on. We got to discuss. Right, Ferrari next. It does look beautiful, though.
Ferrari cooked.
Ferrari's
that
ahead
looks
of
beautiful.
Aston, but below Visa Cash App.
Yeah,
That's not it.
that's it.
That's it.
Ferrari cooked.
The thing-
love the accents. It
Yeah.
looks so
What
good.
you have to compliment Ferrari for here is they did not care. They just went bold with the color, and they
Yeah.
added those white and yellow stripes, which I think a bit of like accents have been missing from Ferrari for a while now. Like the cars have just been red and black, with like pretty much no accents. But the white and especially the yellow, Ferrari yellow is such an underrated color.
Yes.
Like the
Yes,
Ferrari yellow is
exactly.
so important to making the car look good.
The yellow just
Yeah.
transforms the whole livery.
I mean the tires as well. I mean the front. I like how the front wing isn't fully black like literally every other car. They have like that red part as well, which kind of goes hard.
And like you said with the TV cameras, that's going to be really important, that red part. It's going to pop on the TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, chat as well. B-A-S-S.
B.
S-A-S. That's from McLaren, sorry. S-A. Ferrari is S ahead. Aston is absolutely chef's kiss. Mwah. Ferrari and Merc are the best ones, in my opinion. S definitely. S. Ferrari never has to change. It's historic. Yeah, Ferrari S. 100%.
Yeah, Ferrari,
Right, next up is the new Mercedes one, which
Oh,
I'm going
I
to let
put an
Luca
S,
take the
but-
start on this. Luca Casale.
Hello.
Hello. You go this one.
Honestly, I'd say it's S as well. Just the I don't know if it's the right word, but the gradient or like the
Yeah.
like transforming into from the silver to the black is just like amazing. Like they got the turbo, the V6 era silver with the W11 like hype black. They've just made the perfect livery, in my opinion, of like what they've been doing so far.
Definitely.
It's just gotta be S tier.
I mean, then bring up the McLaren 2005, and that one was a beauty. It's the same car, and I love it. It's beautiful.
Yeah, to be
I-
fair,
Yeah.
well, this whole era of McLaren was really nice. I think this Mercedes honestly does it better. But one thing I'd
Yeah.
say that, like, if they hadn't have brought back silver this year, I think a lot of people would have been disappointed. Because I think the silver arrows were a bit missed on the grid. So I think it's nice that they've kind of done, like, a nice complement of both. It looks really
They
good.
were like, which one do you want, black or gray? You know what? Black or silver? You know what? Let's get both.
For real. It looks really, really good. The gradient, like, it's just
Yeah.
amazing. So we got
And
chat
also,
here.
Think about TV camera, because the lighter one gets picked up more. If it gets like shaken, the gray will win above the black. So
Yeah, you'll be able to spot it instead of it just being Alpine. So yeah, we've got S. I really like the carbon on the side pods. Lower A tier. Oh, that's for Ferrari, sorry. SSDAD. They made the 2021
Hey.
car look good. Never expected this. C. A maybe bottom of S. Just mashed two liveries together. Clearly, some people don't like it then, so. The D tiers are more like, oh, it doesn't go well together. I would argue it does go well, but that's personal preference, as with all
I'd
art.
go S tier, maybe under S, if that's what.
I could see the argument for high A.
No, I'd say S. I can't lie.
Yeah, S.
All right, behind
It,
or
it,
above
it doesn't.
The argument
Yeah,
then
I'd say
is behind or
lower-
above
the
Racing
lowest of
Bulls.
S, but S.
Yeah, lowest, or it's like maybe ahead of Aston, but
I think it's
lower
Aston
side.
kept their S style. It's not like S. We can't just bash Aston because they didn't change much, because that's like S Martin British Green.
Well, I'm gonna bash Red Bull for the same thing, so we can bash Aston for not changing
Oh,
much.
yeah, okay, Red Bull has been the same for the past 20 years now.
Mid S, I think mid S is fair. Maybe above the Aston. I think there's fine.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Right, hold on. Okay, Red Bull.
Right. Red Bull, it's the same as
I'll be-
always. It doesn't necessarily look bad, but it's not very interesting.
No, but the yellow on the nose is
see.
getting less and less. I like the yellow.
Let's go actually look at it in like close-up detail. Where is the reveal yet? Here we go, RB20. It is
the yellow
literally the same, isn't it?
It's just C, isn't it? It's just nothing really.
Yeah, it's just a C tier car. It's a bit
Yeah,
blurry, that one.
Just
here.
like the classic. What is that?
There,
That's a
an-
concept.
that's AI.
Here we go. It's the best picture we can get of it. Yeah, it's alright. It looks the same. Red Bull.
Yeah, it's just
Alpine
the average
ain't
Red Bull
that
livery.
bad, let's be real. What the hell?
Red Bull has to save money because a project capital designers got fired. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, if you do have the job of designing the Red Bull F1 car, you don't exactly have to do much, do you? It must be a nice job. It must be one of the best jobs. In my opinion, RB hasn't ever really looked good. Don't like the livery they had for so long. I actually
Star Wars
do
livery.
like... We go like...
It's 2010, that's beautiful.
Oh, the blue. the
Because
blue
when
one.
they had this like
Purple, like-
bluey purple,
Yeah.
it
the
looked
glossy
really good. But
purpley
they've
blue.
darkened it. Instead of having shiny livery, it's gotten more and more matte over time, which isn't. I don't like
Every
that.
color, yeah.
I like the fact that they had some color on the car, and now it's just kind of gone. So
Yeah,
I
but
do
also,
think
about
bash
the
it for
Red Bull
that.
also had like the three colors thing, like on the cans and the Red Bull cans, like the three colors.
Yeah,
And now they went like just the balls and blue.
yeah. I mean, it's above Haas. I
yeah.
think they just take the C
Oh yeah,
slot.
definitely.
It's just the
Hard.
average.
It's just an
Yeah,
average
it's-
livery, isn't it?
It's,
It's just
like you see Red Bull like go, okay.
yeah.
You just think a terrorist. Oh.
Sergio terrorist.
Yeah.
So there you go. We've done our two rankings. We did the liveries. We've got Ferrari at the top, followed by Racing Bulls, Mercedes, Aston, McLaren, Filet Mignon, Williams, Red Bull, Haas, and then Al Blackpeen. You're right, the glossy blue. Yeah, the glossy blue purple was so good. I don't know why they made the Red Bull matte. I mean, I suppose it's just because that's how the cars are now. They're more matte, aren't they? But yeah. I have a giant fathead side shot of the 2010 Red Bull livery. Yes! What a beautiful
What a
car. Aston is the
I saw the red.
Okay, what about
2010
this?
first.
Because we did Vito's last time. Aston moved down one place to just in front of McLaren.
But I'd say then you'd have to put McLaren in B, but at the front of B.
Yeah, McLaren is
Okay,
not
we'll leave
A
that.
word.
Then. We'll leave that. But I did
Huh?
get bribed. I did get bribed for Aston as well.
But I do have to say, Alpine I think is too low. I think it should be.
Yeah,
same level
okay.
as-
Alpine should have been D tier maybe.
I think.
Or at least
A.
switched with Haas. At least switched with Haas.
Okay,
no, Haas. No, Haas is not.
I can get behind that.
F.
the Haas
No,
looks
no,
like a
no.
Minardi.
God, I like the
Yeah,
Haas.
but like,
but
what do you
this
have
is coming
against the
from some-
Minardi?
I don't have anything
Why-
against the Minardi, but I
Say,
don't.
look at the Minardi and puts in an
I
F.
don't. I
like,
just really don't like the hat. It's just boring. Like, and I
Yeah,
don't
but,
think
like,
the
look at the
Minardi. I like Minardi as a team, but as a good-looking car in their later seasons, they were not.
But look at the 20, what was it? 2020 Haas or 2019 Haas. It's kind of similar. Or was it? Which Haas was also like black and white, but people were actually like partying that crap.
It was 27.
That
mean,
was
look at
Rich
that.
Energy, which looked awful.
What? Like, which energy? was
What?
kind of banger.
I didn't
Rich
like
Energy
it.
was
I mean, it
banger.
looks like an
Right,
off-brand
okay,
Lotus.
you're not allowed to rank liveries then if you go like that. Then hold up. See that? Look at that.
That
It's
has
kinda
so
like-
much more color. It's
it has a
nothing
bit more
like it.
white.
Yes.
Go
But
to
what
the
I'm saying is,
2017.
here's the best
2017.
Haas. Here's the best Haas. This is what I'm saying. Sorry, not 2018. Which was the grey one? Was that their
17,
first
wasn't
year?
it?
17.
Yeah,
I think it might have been
17,
16
yeah.
actually.
17.
No, 17.
17.
Sorry. This Haas. This was lovely. That was a
Yeah.
really nice color.
That was
Way
really
better
nice.
than black and white.
Yeah, but that's just Haas's colors. Maybe they didn't go completely bald like they gave with gray or something, but that's just Haas's color scheme.
Yeah, but
They went only one season with the gray.
well, no, it's
Then
not.
they-
It's
then they
not.
went
It's
back
just
to the
not because
black.
Has have been willing to completely change their color scheme over and over again. So I just disagree with you. I can't back it when they've had so many different color schemes.
Oh, but F is too
They're
low.
not enough. They're in D.
D.
They're in D.
Oh, I thought. Oh, you changed again. But
Yeah,
like,
yeah, that's fine.
Alpine and F is also kind of then. I
No,
mean,
The Alpine,
Okay, fair enough.
the
Alpine-
reasoning I'd give for Alpine is less so like if they just not done any teasers and given us that livery, I probably would have put it higher. But the fact we got the teasers for a camo
Pink
car and then
Yeah,
didn't
then-
get
yeah.
it, that puts it in F because they
Man,
lied.
hold on. They could still put it out for like a special race. They're not like. I don't
I'm
know.
pretty sure didn't they already announce that they were just gonna run the pink livery for a couple
Pink
races
one,
and that was
yeah.
it. They should
Yeah.
change the
One
Haas
up
logo
there.
just Gene down the side. Someone says Haas should be an S. There's no way.
I'm just gonna do like a Williams. Just put
The
the
hash is
principal
really
on the car.
clean, but it is just a bit boring.
Hang on, Ishan, it is his birthday. Happy birthday, Ishan. Hope you have a good day.
Happy birthday,
Birthday.
Happy birthday.
birthday, fart.
Yeah, Alpine set the expectations too high, which is why I'm putting them down. It's like a punishment, you know. They can't do that to
Yeah,
us.
Alpine just like hyped and then just cooked. That has like overcooked and burnt the shit.
But I think that's fair enough. Maybe there's a
Yeah.
case to be made Red Bull slightly better than Williams, but other than that, this is reasonably fine. You know, it's good enough. Right.
Alpine could have cooked and just burned it
Yeah. They just put it in the microwave for too long.
in the microwave. That's what
It's like-
that's what a mistake happened.
Pass over Red Bull. I mean, this is literally just my opinion. It's not the popular opinion, but I just don't like the Haas livery, like me personally.
Yeah, because he doesn't like the Minardi livery.
No, I don't mind. Like, I'm just saying it just looks like an
compare
off-brand
them.
Minardi.
No, he didn't say off. He's like, it looks like a Minardi, so DT.
No, I meant it doesn't look
I
as good as everyone's
quoted
hyping
you,
up to
Dan.
it, and it looks like a Minardi.
I quoted you. It looks like a Minardi, so DT. That's
I
what
never
you
said so. I know. My reasoning for detail was never because it looks like the Minardi. That's not why.
Luca.
Just didn't like the livery.
Yep.
But anyway,
But
should we roll the outro, or you guys got anything left to add to the list?
Put the safety car on there.
The safety car, the
Yeah.
S tier, always.
Both.
You know what my favorite safety car is? Either of you got the stream up?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, there's Lamborghini. No, the Civic. The Civic. What am I saying? The Civic.
No, I got him here or with me right now.
With you right now. Is he gonna run into his fucking room?
The
with a
OG
fucking car?
safety car.
The OG
See,
safety.
personally, I'm a big fan of the safety car that was.
Look at
He was
this.
used in IndyCar and crashed.
Bro got that fake dummy.
It's got the OG
What?
logo on and everything.
That's
you
not the
love
OG
to see it.
safety Car.
Huh?
That's a
Oh,
a
you got the old
1999 safety
Mercedes.
car.
Yeah, it's
Bro, the
Oh, check
Civic,
it out.
mate.
Oh,
That's a. I really like it. That's a good car, but the Civic, man.
yeah, but that's just cool anyway. I just
Yeah,
wanted to
that one
flex
is
that at some
cool.
point. Okay. Right.
Throw it as hard as we can.
I'm not throwing it. No.
Man. Can you turn
Uh,
the lights on? Is there like a button on the bottom?
No, it's not got batteries.
Oh. Put
No,
batteries
like,
in it.
no,
then.
it doesn't. Like, there's no power in the car. It doesn't take batteries. Is what I meant.
Show us the bottom.
No, there's nothing on the bottom. I
Show,
can't-
show us the OG F1 logo. Let's see where people see the one.
Right. Okay, chat. Where's the one in this logo? Final challenge for you. I'll put the full screen on. F1. Where's the one? Because for so long when I was a kid, I never knew. Maybe I was a pretty stupid
I
kid.
like how you keep walking back. The is a bit delayed.
Yeah.
Just going back and forth.
there he's got it.
There you go.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh.
I see it because I learned it, but like, you have to like kind of circle it in to show where it actually is. It's in the flag.
It's in the flag.
It's not. It's not the flag. It's
Wait,
not the
what?
flag thing. It's not the flag thing.
That's called the hair. That's what I used to call it anyway.
Yeah.
The hair.
I called it the speed because it looks like
In
you
the
know when,
middle,
like,
I didn't
something
notice
speeds.
neither. Lol. Also, hi Ethan. Between
Adrian,
F and the other bit.
Zika.
Could you do tracks as a tier list? We can
Yeah,
do
the
track tier
blank
list as well.
space. But
The
like,
blank spray. Yeah, okay, you all know. You're all smart. All smart cookies in the chat. Apart from Captain Foxy.
what?
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 What did I do?
What did he do, Dan?
I don't know, he's just a silly, goofy guy.
Right, okay. August is
Actually,
a
I know what you did. You turned up late to the stream. That's what you did.
Yeah,
Hold
actually.
up, hold up.
5 minutes
hold
late.
hold up. I had to do the medication for my wound, my guys. Hello?
Well,
bad,
Well,
man.
I
The
reminded
stream
you
comes
45
first.
minutes. You could have done it
Oh
earlier.
yeah, I done it then.
the stream comes first.
Yeah, streaming always
Captain.
comes above
Yeah,
hell.
yeah.
Alright, you need to be up, ready to rise and grind, gamer.
Rise and grind, sunshine.
Right, chat, I appreciate you all coming. Thank you to all the channel members. Thank you for Jordan, who sent some donations in.
the
We'll
inspector.
do, at the end of the season, we'll redo the tier list and change the drivers around and see how we change them. Who's got better, who's got worse. We'll do some more tier lists if you want me to. I saw one for tracks, which we can definitely do. We could also do a safety car tier list. That'll be good. But yeah,
Music on
thank you
top.
so much for coming. Thank you to Captain and Luca for coming on the stream. Cheers, boys.
We did what?
Oh, we did what?
You did what on the stream? You did what on the stream?
That's come.
Thank you to everyone, last of all, who watched. And thank you to everyone who watches my shorts, my long-form videos. Appreciate it a lot. And yeah, I will hope to see you all later. Enjoy F1 season. It's starting soon. And we'll do some other streams later on. So have a good rest of your night, everyone.
Yippee.
Yippee!